Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, Cancer, what I've been doing this week is I've been working with a combined deck of the Wizard's Tarot and the Steampunk Tarot deck, both created by Barbara Moore. But before I go into the reading, I've been sitting down and just trying to see what I can intuitively hear or see as a kind of entering Cancer message. For most of the signs, all except one, and now you, I would see like a tarot card and maybe hear a phrase, but I didn't get that with you as with Taurus. What I got with you was I distinctly heard boxed in. I heard boxed in. So I sat with that for a minute, and then I heard, then you need to find yourself a box cutter, sweetheart. So I don't know what you need to cut yourself out of, but you need to find yourself a box cutter, baby. You boxed in, you need a box cutter, right? So that's your message. I don't know. Yeah, Cancer, you guys are always, you know, you're not what I expect. That's what I want to say. And it's funny because you kind of, right, like you sit, for me, you sit between the two water energies of Pisces and Scorpio. And in some ways, like, I almost imagine you to be kind of like Pisces, you know, like very watery and emotional, and but then you're kind of like Scorpio. Just so there's so much about Cancer that is yet to be known by many, I feel. So, Cancer, what is the topic of your reading, my sweethearts? What is the topic of your reading? That's what this first card is going to tell us. What is the topic of Cancer's reading? What do we have here? The Five of Cups. Emotional disappointment. Are you disappointed? Are you boxed in by your emotions, even perhaps? Are you feeling boxed in by your emotions? There's a clock ticking on that. Interesting. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on in this picture? Oh, interesting. It's okay. I saw it differently without my glasses. Once I put my glasses on, it's like, wow, what the hell? So many things going on here. I don't know if you can pick this up. It's really minute. I noticed yesterday with something I was trying to show in the Taurus reading. I didn't quite pick up. I don't know if you got it. So there's a clock on this tree, and then below it are two cups. It looked like they were like, you know, the pendulums of the clocks, and I still got a message with that. So I don't know. Can you see that? Am I close enough? And it reminded me of, you know, when something is winding down and there's 3 cups in the water and there's 2 left. There's 2 left. Is something a disappointment with some sort of last possibility? Does something feel like a final possibility? But yet when we look closely, we really look at it, we put our glasses on and we really look at it, it is not the pendulum. It is not the final wind down, right? Like the final wind down, thinking that these 2 cups are the last ones left to go into this pool. So they sit, they're actually quite stable, sitting on a little shelf. So let's see where this goes. Now each red, mauve, like violet, and blue. So it's like the base chakra, the throat chakra, the crown chakra. There's something about that that's being washed away here. So how you found stability in the past, how you've spoken your truth, and how you've received that truth is being washed away. You need that box cutter, honey. You need the box cutter. Yeah, because this scene too, with the no leaves on the trees, but there's petals flying by. Your tree is the last one to bloom. Other trees have already bloomed and their petals are blowing off. Your tree is yet to bloom. So this is kind of like late bloomer energy. Your tree is yet to bloom. So when others seem to have reached an achievement that you haven't reached, yours is yet to bloom. And it will stand alone. There will be no competition for the nectar, the pollen that comes from these blooms. I'm really getting the message that there is some sort of benefit to this late bloomer tree that you have that's connected, well, perhaps to the Two of Cups. There's 2 cups that sit in the recesses of that tree. And the clock is sitting at, what is that? 20 to 4. It looks like 20 to 4. So 3:40. What happens at 3:40? It comes out to a 7, which means you have a new plan. There's a new way forward. 7 of Wands. The Sun. The Ace of Cups. And the 2 of Pentacles. Under the 7 of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups. Under the Sun, we have the Hierophant. Very powerful energy. That late bloomer is pretty strong. The Ace of Cups, you have the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant again, right? Because I'm using a double deck. You have the Hierophant twice. Wow, this is really, really strong energy. The High Priestess is at the bottom. Take nothing else. Just the High Priestess. That's very Cancerian. Wow, this is really interesting. Okay, the fact that you have the Hierophant twice, but what's so significant is the first Hierophant card is a young man. And then the second Hierophant card is a much older man. But he holds the apple of wisdom in his hand. He holds the apple of wisdom in his hand. The young Hierophant holds victory in his hand. Not all things are meant to be won at all cost. That is really what comes out here with this Hierophant at the end, because his other hand is out. It's relaxed, it's open, it's as if to share, something more than what the young Hierophant had to share. There is almost like an evolution of you in here. This feels like a really profound reading. And it feels like I'm looking at more than just like a click, like a camera shot, a snapshot in one little moment. Okay, I see the energy of a person who draws a lot to them or has drawn a lot to them. And it being like open. Oh shit me, you have the Ace of Cups twice too. Yeah, okay. It's continuing exactly where I'm going with this. So it just stopped me because it's exactly what it's showing me. Yes, this is it. Okay. You've drawn a lot of things towards you in the past, whether that's just some sort of natural energy, chemistry that you have. A lot of things have come towards you. Now, you've utilized a lot of these things that have come towards you for your benefit, which is good, it's great. And, but there's almost this feeling of getting caught up in things that are not necessarily or have been necessarily your truest path. It's as if you achieved something here that you wanted to achieve. I really feel like I'm looking at a big timeline of your life, and right, we're talking about the clock. We're at 20 to 4. There's victory. You found a lot of victory in this, and it actually elevated you. You had a natural ability to elevate yourself, your status, to be respected, well received. I'm really curious to pull out the clarifiers, because I feel like there's something here though that is your ego, right? It's almost like the Seven of Wands energy that comes in at you. It's you're able, I want to say, in a very youthful time in your life, you were able to absorb those things, as opposed to like Seven of Wands, putting up a defense, protecting yourself, because it's not quite recognizing yet, without the experience, that these things that come towards you, if they're attracted towards you, if they help to elevate you, it is elevating you on an energetic level that pushes aside you, right? And then that's almost like where I get the Seven of Wands. As you get older, you're like, whoa, wait a second, I don't need everything that's coming towards me, and I'm not interested in everything that's coming towards me. I need to put up a defense system, because I need to be true to who I am, and I need to protect that. Like Seven of Wands is protecting your dream, protecting your dream. The dream was not protected, and a lot of other energies paid influence into this, but at some, I felt very victorious. Now, there's an Ace of Cups here that comes in again. This feels much truer to you, because it's not affected by all these different colors and energies that aren't yours. It's white. It's just this clear, white, pure water. Oh, yeah, right? Like I was drawn to all these colors that were in this water. See? These are false dreams. These were false expectations. But then it's a little bit like because you have two twos now. Look at this. This is like the 2-2 reading, right? The High Priestess is 2 as well. The 2-2 reading. Jacob 2-2 in the Hooded Fang. Why is that coming up? I mean, the 2-2 is obvious, but gosh, I can't remember what was that story about? I want to go back and look at that. There's some sort of relevance in that for you. Two Aces of Cups, 2 Hierophants, and 2 2s. This Ace of Cups, you feel like you don't know enough about it, but yet it's the truest part of you. I see you here, like, look at the difference between these 2 Hierophants. That's weird, but it would have makes more sense to have been an apple. I could have sworn this Hierophant used to be holding a cup. Like the cup of knowledge. I've had this deck for about 3 or 4 years. And it's funny, because when I looked at his hand, I thought, that's the first time I've ever noticed he has an apple in his hand. But the apple of knowledge. I don't know. That feels like a Mandela effect to me, but anyways. Look at this Hierophant, he's victory. Victory, right? The knowledge that I have. how I serve my ego, how I guide myself, how I elevate myself, how I make myself feel accomplished. But is standing tall and up at the front, right? Everybody listen to me, everyone look at me. But now this Hierophant, he's so humble because he's sitting. He's kind of acknowledging his age. He's acknowledging his stamina. He's acknowledging and sharing his wisdom. It's fascinating too because somebody's taking notes here. Nobody's just taking notes. They're just looking at this guy. Because, oh wow, he knows everything. Where this is this energy here, these children, they're sitting at his feet. It's almost like, you know, listening to grandpa tell a story. This is and the books have been put to the side. The books have been put to the side. So it isn't to say that there wasn't knowledge gained, information that's been passed on, but this is the kind of information that you now have within you that I feel like can really make a difference. But the Two of Pentacles, it's almost like you see yourself transforming between these two Hierophants. Who do you become on the other side of this? I just see her now. She looks like an urgency, like time is running out. Time is running. She's reminding me of, what is it? No. Who's the one in Alice in Wonderland? Is it the Mad Hatter? No. It's which one is that? That it's going to be late. It's going to be late. It's going to be late. I just seen that. Like looking at his clock, telling Alice, it's going to be late. Going to be late to the tea party. Like there's this urgency, peddling. Like you gotta go. You gotta go. Is it, with the clock, is it almost like feeling like time is running out? Oh, that's funny. I just heard, never worry about running out of time, because there's more to be afraid of in life than in death. That's an interesting statement. I guess, huh? You don't know what to expect in any lifetime, but everyone can expect the same thing when they breathe their last breath. The Seven of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Definitely walking away from that. The Eight of Cups and Judgment, right? It's just recognizing that these big feelings were not serving your higher good, but these aren't really mistakes. I mean, this is an exercise in self-exploration, in learning as you grow and develop and age. The Sun and the Hierophant. This is definitely an accomplishment, but it comes with the Devil. I knew it. It comes with compromises. What comes with it? The Ten of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Boy, does it come with compromises. Yes, these achievements are very grand. Yeah. Huh. These achievements have been very, very grand. Very grand in terms of perhaps monetary gains, status. Yeah, but it's conforming in some way to energies that are not yours. It's compromising yourself every day to a degree that with the Devil and the Ten of Wands, you are carrying everybody else's shit, not your own. You're in a box and you need the box kind of sweetheart. Yeah. Ace of Cups, Two of Swords. How do you find yourself in all of this? The Knight of Swords and the Three of Cups. I mean, you want to so badly. I feel like you're this feels like an in-between, because it's the Two of Pentacles showing up here now. With these two Hierophants, two Aces of Cups, the two twos, you're in the past, and you're part of your past still, and you're feeling your future. And you're trying to identify yourself, like between these 2 points. The Two of Pentacles, let me do these separately. The Two of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the King of Cups. There, how do we get to the water that is you? Like, right, she's cycling through this so quickly, this urgency to cycle, like time is running out. Before I hit this Hierophant, I want to talk this Five of Cups. This Five of Cups. The World. Well, I like that attitude. There's finding the box cutter. There, finding the box cutter. Putting an end to that shit. Finish that cycle. Let's close that off. And you can say that you're closing it off successfully, because you have the World here. If you weren't closing it off successfully, you might, maybe the Death card and the Five of Swords or the Three of Swords might have come out, you know, like it would have been, it's just kind of like a rebirth into disappointments. But no, screw that shit. Like, screw that shit. Here's the box cutter, cutting yourself out of this. Going right towards what is yours. But just a second here. We're not sure. It's like someone who, like, you know, a long time ago, and if someone was showing that they were left-handed, everyone tried, no, use your right hand, use your right hand. And so you would end up teaching kids that were naturally left-handed to start using their right hand, which is making somebody conform so that everyone else around them feels comfortable. So be made to conform so that everyone else around you feels comfortable. But yet, it does not allow you to utilize your most natural and fluid ability. And then so recognizing that and coming to some point in time where, yeah, we say, well, that's just stupid. If somebody's left-handed, let them use their left hand. And you wanting to use that again and thinking about that and thinking about, well, yeah, like, okay, that would be affecting how the hemispheres of my brain work. I feel like it, but trying, like, it is your strongest part of you. It is, but it's a part of you that hasn't been touched, hasn't been used for a long time. So you're getting familiar with it, right? And actually, it's interesting because it's his left hand that he's holding out. The right hand is holding the apple, and his left hand is extended. So you've learned a lot through this, through compromising yourself to make others more comfortable around you. That wisdom you have gained. This hand sits open. And I feel like it sits open because, like, there's how would I describe it? Equality. It's a sense of equality. Like, you could easily receive knowledge from these children. Say, oh, Grandpa, do you know what you just said? It reminded me of when, and it's like a whole new way of seeing something. Oh, yes, dear, that's great. I love that. That's like, as opposed to this, no, be quiet. Listen to what I have to say, and I'll show you how to be successful. The Hierophant. The old wise Hierophant. The Eight of Swords. It feels like you can't go there yet. You can't be this. But, well, I don't know why. You're sitting in between it. It's off limits. This is part of you, you almost feel like you've been told it's off limits. It's just boxed in. It's so accurate for this energy that I'm seeing here. And needing a box cutter. I'm going to go do the extended Cancer. I'm going to continue to pull cards from this deck and see where this energy goes. Thank you so much, my portals of love. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.